God told you to love, to forgive, to walk in kindness. But there are certain things He never asked you to reveal, not to friends, not to family, not even to the people you trust most. Because some truths are sacred, and the moment you speak them out loud, you invite spiritual resistance. Let's talk about 5 things God never meant you to share. 1. Never share your next move. When God gives you a vision, it's meant for preparation, not presentation. Joseph learned this painfully. The moment he revealed his dream, his own brothers turned against him, not because he was wrong, but because his destiny exposed their insecurity. Some will cheer for you until your purpose begins to convict their comfort. That's why God often hides your plans, not to punish, but to protect. When you reveal things too soon, you invite confusion, doubt, and distraction. Every word carries power, and the wrong ears can distort what God whispered. The enemy listens for clues, he studies habits, looks for openings, and your words can become one. Proverbs 29:11 says, "A fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man quietly holds them back." Some visions grow best in silence. You don't need approval for what God already affirmed. Let your fruit speak when the time is right. So don't announce, prepare, don't explain, obey. Move quietly, pray deeply, and let your results make the noise. 2. Never reveal what God told you in private. Some things God speaks are meant for revelation, not discussion. When He whispers to your spirit, a warning, a dream, a conviction, it's not always for others to understand, because some people will mock what they can't comprehend. Others will twist it, doubt it, or drain your faith with their questions. Remember Mary, when the angel told her she would carry the Son of God, she didn't run to prove it. She kept it in her heart, Luke 2:19. Why? Because revelation loses power when shared in the wrong atmosphere. Some divine words are like seeds. If you dig them up too early, they'll never grow. So guard what God whispers. Not every word is meant for the public. Some are meant for your altar, not your audience. Revelation is sacred currency. Spend it only where there is discernment. 3. Never boast about your good deeds or sacrifices. In a world obsessed with attention, God still values quiet obedience. Matthew 6:3 says, "When you give to the needy, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." When you seek attention for what should honor God, you shift the reward from heaven's approval to human applause. Some people do good things but lose the blessing because they want it seen. But God doesn't need you to prove your goodness. He already sees it. When you brag about obedience, the sacrifice becomes about you, not Him. The moment you trade humility for recognition, you trade reward for reputation. Jesus said, "Your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you openly." Matthew 6:4. Your greatest victories might never be public. Your tears, your fasting, your giving. They may go unnoticed by people, but echo loudly in heaven. So give silently, pray privately, love humbly. When you keep your sacrifices hidden, God ensures your blessings can't be ignored. 4. Never expose your weakness while you're still healing. There's a difference between a testimony and a wound. A testimony is what you share after healing. A wound is what you protect while healing. Too many people open up hoping for comfort, but end up giving ammunition to the wrong ears. Not everyone who listens cares. Some just collect information. That's why Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." Even Jesus didn't share everything with everyone. He had the crowds, the disciples, and an inner circle. And still, some things only He shared with the Father. It's okay to be open, but be Spirit-led, not emotionally driven. Share your battles only with those anointed to handle them, not just available to hear them. When you reveal pain too soon, you risk reopening what God is trying to close. Until your wound becomes your witness, stay quiet, stay prayerful, and let God complete the healing in secret. 5. Never share every detail of your blessings. Not everyone who claps for you is happy for you. Some people praise you publicly, but envy you privately. If the enemy can't steal your faith, he'll try to steal your focus by turning your blessing into a burden. After God blesses you, things may get harder because you revealed what was meant to stay hidden. Think of the wise men who found Jesus. They were warned not to tell Herod where he was. Some blessings are fragile, too new to survive exposure. God's favor is like fresh oil. It must stay covered until it's ready to pour. When you expose the blessing too early, you invite jealousy, doubt, and unnecessary warfare. Celebrate quietly before you. Share publicly. Thank God in private before the world knows. Let your peace be the proof of your blessing, not your post. Because real favor doesn't need an announcement. It reveals itself in time. Every secret God asks you to guard isn't about silence. It's about stewardship. Your dreams, your revelations, your sacrifices, your healing, your blessings. They're all sacred assignments. When you learn to protect what's holy, you create space for God to multiply it. The enemy can't attack what he doesn't know. People can't curse what they can't see. So guard your words like you guard your heart. Move quietly. Love deeply. Let your life speak louder than your lips. God's not hiding things from you. He's teaching you to protect what's for you. When you move in silence, He starts speaking louder in your spirit. So before you share your next dream or blessing, ask, is this for people's ears or for God's glory? If this message touched your heart, drop "guard it" in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. The next message will reveal how God exposes those who secretly plot against your destiny. Stay covered, stay discerning. God is still speaking. Just make sure the right people are listening.